Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. I enjoyed the music and, of course, the discussion. Please send us your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. Up next, before we round up the show today, let's have a reading.
Hi, I'm Toyin Okunuga. I'm a project officer for a government organisation, but most importantly, I'm an author of my memoir called Hush to Roar. And today I'll be reading to you a chapter from my book, which is my life of love, childhood trauma, but most importantly, I'd like to say my recovery, my healing journey, which is poignant in this. So listen up, guys, as I read to you chapter 19 called My Life, My Dance. Having come through my childhood experiences, I know we have it in us to pull through adverse situations. Showing gratitude and rewriting our script allows us to give life all we've got. I learned to increase in wisdom and recognize that bad things, unfortunately, do happen because life promised us just that, life. Our scripts are written once we are born, and our brains appear to be wired nicely. But if they get drastically stripped apart, we rescript our lives in a way that makes it bearable to cope with life's demands. I certainly did that. As children and young adults, we rescript our lives and sometimes dissociate ourselves from the reality of our lives. It is impossible to walk around with so much pain for so long. As an adult, I have chosen to live full out and no longer allow my past to have a hold on me. It was clear that living an inauthentic life doesn't align with my character. As a result, I would be in constant cognitive dissonance, knowing that my behavior was not one of authenticity. Still, shame did make me behave inauthentically. I had to resolve and restore this cognitive dissonance. If I didn't, it would continue to manifest itself as stress, regret, shame, embarrassment, or feelings of negative self-worth. The effect would be that I'd continuously frustrate all those around me. When we face adverse childhood experiences and emotional neglect, they make us crave love externally. We tend to live or dance in other people's worlds to be accepted. We eventually become resentful if love doesn't get reciprocated. It was certainly the case for me. I wanted to be liked, to be loved, but I never for once associated this need with my childhood. I don't think we often do. There is a lot of internalization that is not seen by many. And some people might say, I turned out okay. I firmly believe that, in addition to my coming to terms with everything, the environment that I grew up in Nigeria, didn't leave room for me to even think about how I felt. In a lot of other cases, internalizing all we endured as a child and teenager leads to severe mental health conditions. I exited my body through dissociation. It enabled me to cope better. Everyone has one thing or the other that they've gone through. So you internalize everything, then externalize it in ways you are not even aware of. We simply blame the driver that undercuts us for our rage, or we blame our partner for the way they have behaved towards us, and so on. But deep down, we are the ones that have allowed ourselves to react to those situations that way. Mental illness is a massive part of problems in our society today, and most stems from our childhood and teenage experiences. Mental ill health is the single largest cause of disability in the UK, contributing up to 22.8% of the total burden, compared to 15.9% for cancer and 16.2% for cardiovascular disease. The total economic costs of mental illness in England have been estimated at £105.2 billion each year. These costs include direct cost of services, lost productivity at work, and reduced quality of life. Several factors contribute to mental illnesses, and it is often complicated to know what makes up the percentages in the totality of mental diseases. Childhood experiences, no doubt, would be a large contributing factor to this cost.
And this is where we have to end the show today. As always, we're delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. As always, my name is Olakunle Kasomo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.